Welcome to Wellness Teatime with Dr. Rita. My name is Dr. Rita Sonko, a public health physician. I am the host of this show, and I aim to help you engage with different guests to understand more about mental health. Remember, Toli, Wekka, you're not alone. It's very important for us to break the stigma and break the silence about mental health. Welcome to Wellness Teatime with Dr. Rita. I am so excited to have another session. This is a special one because I'm hosted today by Dr. Bishop Michael Kyazze at Omega Ministries, yes. Omega International Ministries. Yes. Bishop, thank you for hosting me. I can't even say welcome.
My God. It's my pleasure, and I want you to feel at home.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really awesome to be here, first of all.
Yes.
And to catch up. There's a lot to talk about.
Well.
There's a lot to talk about.
Seems like time is flying faster these days.
Very fast. My goodness, yeah.
Mm.
So, thinking about what we are all dealing with lately,
yes,
we know that mental health is a huge pandemic globally. But in our country specifically, we are dealing with many challenges. And you and I have been talking, especially over the last 12 months.
Yeah.
It's actually, is it 12? It's 15 months
15,
now since we met.
Yes.
Amazing when we launched Toli, Wekka, and you joined us on that occasion. And a lot has happened even since then, and we've had many conversations.
Yes.
But one of them that has stuck with me is your ideas around the role of the church in addressing this problem. What do you see as the important position that the church can take in addressing this vast problem that we are dealing with mental health, which is affecting everybody at different ages? You know, the whole society is affected.
Yes. Yeah, true that our country is really hit by the mental pandemic. And the church is very advantageous or vantagely pressed in society to deal with mental challenges in our nation. I see the church as strategically placed by God in societies to deal with mental challenges. And in Uganda, given our bad prevalence statistic and meager health extensions, I think the church, which we now see is in every community, can be the very place where we can begin healing Uganda mentally. And people in Uganda have been churchgoers. And so when they come to us, we see that, there's a need for us to attend to the mental health challenge.
Absolutely.
And we are blessed, and I believe we are called and anointed to deal with mental challenges in our nation. And we need to work together with the professionals to begin addressing the challenge. The professionals will not be enough to cover Uganda, but we will need to work together because we are placed in all different corners of the nation. So I think it's a vantage position for church to be part of this effort to fight the mental pandemic.
Yeah, no, that is wonderful. And in fact, we know that probably maybe 80, maybe 90% of the people will go to their faith community first.
Yeah.
When they are faced with a crisis, a mental health crisis, or any other crisis for that matter.
Yes.
You find yourselves being the first to be consulted or come in contact with these families or individuals.
Yes.
Is that in itself is an advantage.
Yes.
But I'm sure there are many vantage points or strengths that the church community has. Could you highlight some of these in as far as, you know, dealing with this mental health pandemic is concerned?
Vantage points. First of all, I would say churches by number. We have the clergy.
Yeah.
The clergy in Uganda, surprisingly, we did a small statistic on our denomination in Kampala and the suburbs, and you had 3,000 churches.
Wow.
Those are a lot of clergy.
3,000 churches in Kampala.
In Kampala.
Oof.
Now that means if you can have them as your force, train them, you already are on a vantage point. And the other thing, we are called to minister to people. So before it's even an employment, it's a calling to over. Now, if we look at Kampala as 3,000 people in Kampala, that means over 3,000 clergy at your disposal. If given the right training and exposure, they can be a great force in helping in mental health. And the fact that our ministry, the first call of a clergy is to bring comfort and hope. We have a good message. Even before we are trained, we have a good message that heals the community. We also have space. We have
you have the buildings.
Church buildings. So in a nation like ours, which is having challenges of building health centers, a church can be a beginning spot for health extension. We have books. We have the key book, the Bible. And I think those and groups we have in our settings, like when you come to a church, there are already people are grouped in women groups, youth groups, senior groups, home cells. So we are already categorized, and that makes group therapy, belonging very easy. So I think on those premises, plus there are so many things that make a church a vantage point for someone to run to when they need mental health, and us extending that service to the communities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I think you raised an important point about hope.
Hope, yeah.
Because hope is, I think, the one ingredient that if we had more of, you know, whatever we are baking in our minds would actually survive more.
Precisely.
Than,
some politicians said that we clergy are guilty of keeping bad politicians in power, because even where people should be hopeless, we continue telling them that there is hope.
But
so we become a target.
I think hope is an important ingredient for resilience and survival.
Yes.
And so that is something that is really critical.
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking about the fact that, of course, with human beings, we are body, mind, and spirit.
Yeah.
And people understand, unfortunately, the mental health aspects tend to be a lot confused with the spiritual health matters.
Yes.
And how to mitigate that, and how to make sure that clergy also know that there is obviously space for us to pray for people when they come to us as the clergy, but there is also opportunity for us to make sure they are linked to health services. So how do we navigate that challenge of that confusion? A lot of times people think that when they have a mental illness, that this is a spiritual attack, that this is a demonic attack. It requires, what do you call it?
Deliverance.
Deliverance.
Yeah.
And yet sometimes it's clearly, you know, a medical condition like depression, like severe anxiety, like stress, like post-traumatic stress disorders. All of these things that we know are diagnosable. And so they tend then to just be prayed for without that extra step to say, you know what, omuntu ono yetaaga ki? yeetaaga omusawo. It's not just about us praying. Just like you wouldn't just pray for the guy who comes in with a fractured femur. You would send them to the, in fact, you would tell them, bannange dduka mu ddwaliro tujja kwongera okukola ki? Okusabira naye ng'ogenze mu ddwaliro. So how do we navigate that, I think, difficulty to help people distinguish, or at least help people understand that there is room for both and it's not a one-sided story?
I think we have taken the blame always of being more stereotyped when dealing with mental challenges. They say we always think that every mental case we get is a spiritual issue. But I think we specialize. Sometimes we specialize in different things, and we need to deal with what we can deal with and refer the rest to. It's true that professionals, medical professionals, psychiatrists and psychologists have in years been dealing with some situations, and we spiritual people look at it and say, I wish they had given me opportunity to minister to that person. And you feel like there is need for us to refer to one another as relevant. But sometimes we think as clergy that the medical people do not consider the spiritual part enough. And we tend to blame them for that. And they blame us that we do not think about the psychological, mental, physical, mental challenges enough. So I think that's where it comes, that we need to form a team and not see each other as irrelevant, but as relevant players healing a certain part of a problem as we refer it even to others to deal with it. Many of the people who attend to the physicians come to us as well. So I see, for me, the people I have in church who have had mental challenges, they gain a lot in enjoying the services of a medical practitioner and a spiritual minister. Because it gives them a balance. Because some of these things are psychosomatic and, well, they cover things which are visible and invisible.
Absolutely. And I think that is the key around setting up collaborations and partnerships that foster this idea of a multidisciplinary team. So in this multidisciplinary team, we would want definitely to have someone from the faith community who is going to address the spiritual issues, while at the same time we have the mental health practitioners. We also have the physicians who might actually look at the body, the physical body, so that one is looking at this human being in all the three facets of humanity, the body, mind, and the spirit.
The truth, Dr. Rita, is that people in church who are having mental challenges, whom I have personally referred to physicians, what you call psychiatrists, they do better. Because they spend more time with me. Because here in church, they would be there maybe Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and they go to their doctors maybe once a month. And I'm a support team to what the doctors are doing. But sometimes I think the doctors break their backs trying to think they can handle it on their own when they need the support of a clergy to be with the patients.
And I think, so when we formulate these partnerships for the clergy, all the clergy, I think you're one of the special ones. But there is this tendency for people to say, tujja kusabira.
Yes.
And it's true. We don't, I am a believer in prayer. So I know that prayer really, really is critical and it works. But at the same time, I also know that God created all these different facets, all the different skills, all the people that are able to be in your situation or in the situation of an individual. to bring the healing.
Yes.
So we are the hands and feet, right? Right? I think that's what the scripture says.
Yes.
So doctors are also hands and feet of God's workings in people.
Sometimes we feel like doctors are going away from the body.
Yeah. So I think the idea of a multidisciplinary team is something that we have to continuously work on.
Because, you know, everything pushes us to working together. First of all, the logistics.
Yeah.
Then if the logistics are not there, the personnel is not there, how are you going to care for a population which is faced with this almost a pandemic challenge? We need all of us to work together.
Yeah.
And that's the way we should pull.
Yeah, and in fact, when you look at the statistics, Uganda with our 45, is it 45 million?
Million, yeah.
Somewhere there.
Yeah.
And then we talk about possibly 20% of people having mental health challenges.
Yes.
You can see that we are dealing with millions, maybe 12 million or somewhere there. Yeah. And with 12 million people, how many professionals do we have?
And remember, we those are the ones who will say they need support, but they also are affecting other millions, others who are staying with them.
Yeah, of course, if you have a child or a parent who is struggling, naturally it's going to spill over
affecting
to have
all
an
of you,
on everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic. So when I think about the vastness of the problem, and we've talked about, of course, the strength, the positives that you have, you know, the things that you can bring as a church, the resources, the numbers, the buildings, the congregation, all of that. What are some of the areas that we could strengthen within that setup to really make this mission?
The clergy setup?
Yeah.
Obviously, it begins with information. We need to know. When I first got to know that, I saw it on the paper, front page, that over 25% Ugandans need mental health support. I did the math, and I automatically felt like, hey, what am I doing? I need to step
numbers were impossible.
The numbers were impossible, but we did not have the information. So the information has to be out there for us to know that we need help. As communities, then we need to diagnose. And I think that's where Toli Wekka came in as a very, very good partner. Because how do I know that I have stressed people? How do I know that I need a tool? And Toli Wekka provided that. And we would love to see that this goes to many. They can have it handy, and the pastor can take a person through a simple diagnostic procedure, and they know, oh, this my person not only prayer but needs also to visit. So we need the information, we need the tools, then we need, of course, the collaboration. We say we need to see well-meaning practitioners in the medical field coming to church, speaking to leaders, and counting us as team to work with. And we also need definitely literature, simple readable literature which can inform our groups what they are going through, what they are encountering. Literature, of course, we would also say media awareness, that even things which can help start good conversations. For me, I've been writing little books to try to start conversations, to try to open up the field, that when they're having group therapy, fellowship, they can help us start a conversation that is in that direction.
Absolutely.
We also need, of course, we need medication. We do. Sometimes I feel like in my office, sometimes I feel like after talking to a person, I need to have a tranquilizer. something to cool down the person I've been talking to, or to help them rest for a while before I refer them to a doctor. We need that skill. How do we prescribe a medical drug to someone who's going through maybe a hyperstate, or I don't know what I would call it, but we need those beginning skills.
So I would say, so in essence, the skills to provide, for example, psychological first aid. Right?
That's
now,
the one.
Psychological first aid, not necessarily being medications, but being technical skills on how to handle. Because when it comes to the mind, there are certain things that you can say and do with this person to help them now
cool down.
Yeah, without necessarily a script. But those skills, I think that's what the point you're making is around the skilling.
But also we should talk with awareness that most of our people are way there in the village where they have no clinic. The next practitioner, medical practitioner, may be 20 or 30 kilometers away. They're tearing down the building. How do you get the skills? Not only the skills, but is there an off-shelf medication you can administer because the next thing is they're going to bind you, going to put you on ropes, tie you on a tree. That's what they do in villages.
That's what they do in villages.
Yeah.
So
and you bring them into a church facility, they tear it down. So what do you do? What's the kind of first aid limit you can have in a church to all in a setting which is in a community which is far off in the suburbs to help someone get a start to medical assistance?
No, that is very important. So I think as the medical fraternity, we need to partner, as we've said, more closely, and then figure out how to upskill the clergy, how to provide the resources. So from Toli, Wekka, as we were saying, around the, first of all, the awareness, our podcasts themselves are conversation starters. If someone can listen to a conversation that we have on a podcast, that would give them more insights and help them understand, that is that issue. I've seen that before, but I didn't know what it was. You know, so that in itself, but very importantly, the screening tools, you know, that can be utilized by any lay person to find out how is this person doing or how am I doing.
Yeah, because some people really seem okay until they do such simple tests and you realize,
and you see a red instead of what you expected.
And we are trying to adopt a program for healing the healer.
Exactly.
Like a clergy is preaching, but he needs help.
He's
already sick. And you see it, and we are noticing it, that given our workload, the things we face, some of our preachers have gotten off the way. He contradicts what he said yesterday. He cannot recall what his position was yesterday. There's a lack of consistency. There's desperation. He is cursing instead of blessing. Wow. So you start seeing signs like we need those diagnostic points where we can sit them down and say, can you please do this? And it can help us start on a healing process.
And indeed, just like all other Ugandans, if the problem of poor mental health is affecting about 20 to 25% Ugandans, the clergy are among them. They too face the same stressors, the anxiety, the income challenges, the general stresses. And in fact, they are on the receiving end a lot of the time because people are coming for solutions to the church. Kakati nabuuza nti nze ntandikirawo. Abantu bajja banoonya obuyambi. Ate nange sirina buyambi.
I tell you, there are some mental disorders. Sometimes, I don't know how it's called, someone locks in. It's like he comes every day. So I want to see pastor. And he tells you the same story.
Like a tape is rewinding. Yeah?
He locks in.
Yeah.
And every morning you're opening up the door, he's on your back.
Mm.
I have to talk to you. And you give them time and he tells you the same story. I'm telling you, it totally stretches the pastor. And many, as we have said, they are on the receiving end. They need assistance. You can't throw away such a person because it may lead to a deeper end.
Yeah.
But you need to learn how to cope,
How to
diagnose, refer.
Yeah, the referral system being really critical, but then also like how you say the healing of the healer.
Yeah.
Because you're receiving a lot of these inputs, which is really people who are struggling with so many things.
Yeah.
Naturally, it's going to affect you, so you need an outlet as
well. It rubs off.
Yeah, so we need those group sessions for clergy actually, where they can actually talk about and debrief, because we do that for all other mental health, not just mental health, other professionals in terms of the medical field. We should do more of that, so that when you're dealing with all of these people downloading issues on you, you have an outlet as well to also offload that stuff.
Which you're taking.
And so that you don't end up now in a situation where you find yourself depressed because you have taken in too much and you're not releasing that out. So clearly there are many facets that we need to address. And I am wondering, where do we begin?
We have begun. We begin talking. Then we see the weaknesses that that our friends have and how we can make them stronger. We see the presenting threats because, well, I've ever pastored an impossible church. I had 2 situations which were mental and were placed in good church position. And we couldn't generate any peace.
Wow.
So when we talk, we start knowing where are the weaknesses. How can we help? How is pastor coping? And so we see the threats we have, how they are affecting the general community. Then we strengthen them in those areas. We equip the church and we bond. We bond together and start moving this heavy mountain.
Indeed, it's indeed a heavy mountain that has to be moved through this massive network and collaborative effort to be able to move us forward. I love this book, Mental Tranquility. Wow, poems and writings on mental health. And I think this speaks to what you were saying, that a little bit more literature like this, it helps people understand a little bit more. What are we talking about when it comes to mental health? In layman's language, people start to understand more. And I really applaud you for putting this together.
Thank you, Doctor.
It's a special book.
Thank you.
One that I recommend our viewers to find somewhere.
You
will tell us where they can find it, actually. But so how do we generate more resources? A lot of times people say, okay, we know there's a problem, but there's no money, there's no funding. The funding is a problem. It's the constant story we're hearing. I was in Kenya last week, a little over a week ago, and we were at a youth conference attended by 6 countries, young people from 6 countries, organized by a foundation, an international foundation, Kofi Annan Foundation, and 2 other organizations. And the story was the same around the fact that people do not have money. The Ministries of Health don't have enough money to fund. The resources are not there. We need to innovate. We need to really innovate around how we solve these problems. I think you have in part given us some of that. Instead of thinking we are building clinics, why don't we leverage the church communities, the resources that are there? Are there any other ideas that we should be starting to tap into? I think we need not necessarily think that mental health is a problem for the health sector.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's a much broader.
Because once the fire catches the building, it's wrong for you to think about the fire services.
It's like, let's wait for the firemen to arrive.
If you have tea, you throw it to the fire. If whatever you have, small and big, has to be thrown to what is you are facing as a challenge. Now, when I read the paper and I saw 20% of Ugandans needing mental health support, you just feel like we are going to be swamped. We are going to be overrun. I need to rise and throw what I can to this burning fire. And there's that story of a forest which caught fire, and all beasts were running, and there was a weaver bird going to the lake, coming and spewing water. And one animal said that you can't put out the fire with those little spittle you are bringing. And he said, but I'm doing my best, said the weaver. I'm doing my best. So however little we are doing, as long as it's the best we can do, I think we need to throw it to this fire. And sometimes it begins with just improving on your immediate environment. Saying, let me begin with my family, make sure I reduce the stress, make sure I give emotional presence to my people. You are cutting on a big mountain. You begin with your space. I begin at home. I go to church. Probably I can extend this to a school. Then each one of us, as we do that, we wait for the medical practitioners. Often the medical practitioners are waiting for us. Because it's not, we are not doing community services. Doctors here do not go out because they are already
swamped where they are. Yeah, the queues are so long.
That's why church is always a very good stop point, because here people bring themselves and we refer them to the doctor. And so the community also must grow from their unit, family unit, growing outward. From family, I go to church, I go to the community, working place, then I spread out.
Absolutely.
Equipping from that way and counting everyone as part of this big cause.
Absolutely. And I think as we know, prevention is better than cure.
Precisely.
So we need to not just say, oh, 20% need problem, but the other 80% need help. The 20% need help that is urgent. But the other 80% actually need a lot more support to remain in good health.
In good health,
So that means that we have to do a lot more engagement. How do we promote mental well-being? And how do we inculcate that in every way of life, every sphere that touches people? So education system, the faith communities, you're with people every other day, a lot more than what health practitioners would be able to do.
Health challenges, as you and me have been discussing often, there is no vector like a mosquito, that it's the one that brings. It's like health challenges emanate from daily social challenges. And I remember talking to you about places like Mityana, where we thought that would be our model village of trying to deal with mental health challenges. Not that in Mityana, that's where many mental health challenges are, but that is where we felt our presence could be felt. When we dived in there, we realized that, as you are trying to deal with mental challenges, you need to address the economy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you need to address the domestic issues, parenting. Then you need to address the issues of food. What kind of food are people eating? How do they prepare it? So mental health is multifaceted, tentacled monster.
Yeah, exactly.
That you begin on it, you must touch the entire areas of society. So as we approach the challenge, we need to know that this is not a single vector, maybe a mosquito, but we are dealing with the entire social setup.
It's a multifaceted.
Yeah.
So the causes of poor mental health are multifaceted. And we need to address all of these things. And I think the church is really a great place to congregate and pull a lot of resources together.
Yes.
Because people believe, I think, is it 85% Ugandans are Christian and come to church? Yeah. So already that tells you that you have a captive audience of what? Who has the maths? That's at least 40 million, more than 40 million people that would come to church and somewhere at least be touched in some shape or form by the clergy.
True.
So a very, very important opportunity there. And just briefly as we close, talk a little bit about COPE Uganda, which I know is an institution that you have set up and you're leading, which is spearheading a lot of this work that we're talking about as well.
Yeah, we are doing church not as usual.
Yeah.
COPE is the Confederation of Pentecostal and Evangelical Churches. That means people who have had an experience with Christ, their lives have been changed by the gospel, and these people are ready to work together.
Yeah.
And through COPE, we have come together and we have 3,000 registered churches working with us. And we are stretching ambitiously to a 30,000 figure because we believe if that is achieved, we become more efficient in transmitting, dissipating our information.
Yeah.
And through COPE, we are trying to address bring the kingdom message, the gospel, in a holistic way.
Yeah.
That is, people have to address issues which are confronting them in their society, helping them form groups which will make them make some money, be more productive and developmental in their communities.
And self-sustaining.
Self-sustaining. We are looking at healthy churches which are aware of what is going on in their nation and ready to contribute either financially or their giftings and resources for the transformation of their communities. We are steadily growing in that direction.
Yeah.
Our interest was mainly pushed to mental health right now because our clients must be well before we begin everything. And we also saw that this is a bullseye. You hit mental health, you are touching so many other areas. So Rita, that's what makes us team up with Toli Wekka. And we partner with you because we feel like we are singing from the same songbook.
Yes.
And that is us in a nutshell.
Thank you.
We have bishops, we have pastors, reverend prophets, and so on. Of course, we have the congregations who are community-based.
Absolutely.
Yes.
No, it's fantastic, and we're excited to partner with you, with COPE, with Omega Ministries, and to look at every opportunity that exists for us to make a difference in our communities, in our country.
Yes.
So thank you so much.
It's an honor to be with you, Dr. Rita.
Especially for this opportunity to have this conversation. And we will make sure that it reaches everywhere it needs to go to help people understand the message that the church has a role to play when it comes to mental health, promoting mental health and mental well-being, and that we need that multidisciplinary approach.
Yes.
If we are to win this battle, which I'm sure we will win.
We will.
But it requires
we never lose.
It requires everyone to come on board.
Yes.
No, thank you so much, Bishop.
Dr. Rita, we do appreciate your contribution to this great battle.
Thank you
May
so
God
much.
bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.